Well, Semyak, Shabuoth. Sorry I've been gone for so long, guys. I've been dealing with allergies, which caused me to lose my voice. I am just now getting it back. But I wanted to do this one on Shabuoth. And the theme is it's time to harvest. So I'll read something and then we'll go on from there. All right. So as we see Shabuoth, it's time to harvest. It's the third month. And I use month because that's where the word month derived from. It's always been tied to the moon. It's a time of profound arrival. So as we enter into this month, let's first look back at where we began. 2 moons ago, in the month of Abib, we started our journey to freedom with the telling of Pesach, the sacrificial lamb and the blood covering that saves, the willing sacrifice of the lamb, the Pesach, Yahusha, the blood that covers us, the death of our old sinful fleshly nature, and the laying to rest the old agreement of the demand of sin, i.e. death, and leaving behind all that has kept us in bondage. We work to extract ourselves from the narrow places, sin, hypocrisy, pride, division, and all malice. And as we are raised up with Mashiach, cleansed, spotless, and blameless within the third day, the first of the first fruits, we began counting the days on Ha Bikarim, or first fruits, 16th, the third day. We search out our new wisdom and understanding day by day, cleansing as we count. Now in the third month, it is time to take stock of all that has grown this spring. In ancient Yisrael, this was one of a joyous time of the wheat harvest, and we relish these first fruits, i.e. us. We marvel at the clarity of vision gained on the journey of the Omer counting and appreciate the sacrifice and the gift of life through the Torah of freedom, again, Yahusha. We celebrate Shabuoth. In the third month, we celebrate the gift of Torah. On the celebration of Shabuoth together, we honor the day at Mount Sinai when Moshe received the Torah, the instructions of Yahuwah. We celebrate the ingathering of the wheat harvest. Shabuoth is a cause for love and joy, celebration of Yahuwah's compassion and mercy, a time to renew our minds to that of Yahuwah's. We bring the 2 loaves of the risen bread, as they are the first fruit wave offerings that you see in Wayikra or Leviticus 23:17 and Nehemiah 10:37. And besides the leavened dough, we also, the fruits of all kinds of trees are also brought in as an offering. The loaves represent those of Yahusha's fold and those who are not, whom shall be brought in. That's in Lucas 2:32. If we are truly his people, we will reflect on what bondages we were released from as we counted the Omer, keeping of our Hekal, our temples, us, clean, not just putting a date on a calendar after Masoth or making sure that we are off from our jobs, but 49 plus 1 days to cleanse, reflect, pray, repent, forgive, and share the word, and of course, celebrate. We want to be in the wheat harvest. How terrible would it be to find out that we were tares all along? So what exactly is the Torah that was given to Moshe? And it was given to him to give to us, the Torah that it predated everything. For such a short question, there's actually no simple answer. The briefest of answers that I can give is the Torah is a collection of stories of berakuth and curses, of laws and guiding principles and lessons on how to live a righteous life. But what is Torah? What does it mean to us? Well, let's look deeper. Every Hebrew word has something called a shoresh or root. In Hebrew, not only does each word have its own definition, but each word's shoresh or root has its own definition too. And that means Hebrew words with the same shoresh are connected and often deeply intertwined with each other. Take the shoresh of Torah, yara. Now, yara means a mark or target. We understand this shoresh more broadly to mean hitting the mark or having direction. Other words with the same shoresh as Torah or Mora, which is teacher, and Hora, which is parent. Deep understanding of what Torah is can be found right there in its shoresh or root. Just think, how do parents and teachers and books and wisdom help us find our direction? The Torah is our teacher, our parent, and the target or the goal of life. Sounds a bit like someone else we know. Torah is the heart and soul of Yahuwah, but the Torah goes beyond our collective wisdom. The Torah came before everything and continues to serve as the blueprint for life, love, and understanding. It is an expression of love, commitment, dedication, and intimacy. In studying Torah, the goal isn't simply to gain more knowledge, but rather to better understand how we, as humans, relate to the unity of all things that were, are, and will be, the King of the universe, and to each other in our complete loving worship, praise, and obedience to our loving, merciful Abba. Well, guys, as you know, this day is a celebration, a day that we gather together as the Kodesh Mikra. We are to gather together, but it is not just a building of the body, but a time to rejoice. It is a time to rejoice in the words that were given, and a time to rejoice in Yahuwah, a time to rejoice in his Mashiach that he sent on our behalf to be our salvation, our deliverance back to him. It is a wonderful time. It was a time to keep our temples clean and to continue to clean them. But let's not stop here. For if you have a breath to draw, we have more time to make sure that we are keeping our temples clean and that we are giving them up to Yahuwah as our reasonable worship to him. So let's love and praise and understand this day is not just about us and what was done for us, but about the one who did it. Well, we love you, and thanks for listening to my horrible voice, and I'll see you next time.